Hi, I'm professional sports handicapper Ross Benjamin of RBWins.com. It's time for another edition of my NFL regular season win totals, as calculated by the consensus, I should say, of the offshore and Las Vegas sports books. Today we're going to be covering the Detroit Lions. It'll be part 20 of a 32-part series. We ran through 19 teams already, 13 to go. And the Lions right now, as we speak, they're over and under regular season win total of 6.5. To go over that number, it comes at moneyline odds of minus 130, and to go under that number at moneyline odds of plus 100. Detroit was 3-12-1 a season ago, and dead last in the NFC North. But there's an asterisk to be had there with that record, as Matthew Stafford went down and missed the final 8 games of the year due to injury. In the first 8 games with Stafford as their starter, the Lions were 3-4-1. Without Stafford, they went a dismal 0-8 down the stretch. So you look at Stafford, too. Arguably, he was having his finest NFL season of his career, as in just 8 starts, he passed for 2,499 yards, also for 19 touchdowns and just 5 interceptions. It's the first time since 2010 that Matthew Stafford had not started all 16 regular season games for the Detroit Lions. So what that lends me to believe, durability has never been an issue with Stafford. It was last year. I look for him to be available this year, to stay healthy and come up with another big year, because he has a trio of wide receivers that are pretty darn good, led by up-and-coming rising star Kenny Golladay. Over the last 2 years, Golladay, 135 receptions for over 2,200 yards and 16 touchdowns. In his first 3 seasons in the NFL, Galladay's averaging a whopping 16.7 yards per reception, so he's a home run threat. And he'll be complemented by slot receiver Danny Amendola, who has always been productive throughout his career, and no reason to believe that won't occur again this year. And also the veteran Marvin Jones, who also can stretch the field vertically. So look for Stafford to have a big year and Golladay to have a big year, and the other 2 wide receivers to really have some opportunities with Golladay on the outside. At tight end, Jesse James is one of the best blocking tight ends in all the NFL. And then you have last year's first-round draft choice, T.J. Hawkinson out of Iowa. Somewhat okay last year. But again, he probably was hurt a lot by the loss of Stafford, and also he missed a few games as well, but he still managed 32 receptions and 2 touchdowns. And then at running back, Kerryon Johnson is proving to be a bona fide NFL back, as he was very productive last year despite missing some games. And then they went ahead and drafted DeAndre Swift out of Georgia in the second round of this year's draft. And Swift put up some huge numbers in 3 seasons while playing in the SEC for the Georgia Bulldogs. Defensively, it's been another story for Detroit. Going back to last year, 31st in total defense and 26th in scoring. They have to be much better than that. Head coach Matt Patricia, remember, his calling card was he was the defensive coordinator of the New England Patriots, and that defense suffered a lot last year. Again, they lost their quarterback and were on the field quite a bit, but still gave up way too many yards and way too many points to be successful. And Patricia continues to add on former New England defenders, as he signed Danny Shelton and Jamie Collins during the offseason. Shelton, a defensive tackle last year with New England. Jamie Collins, an outside linebacker last year with New England. And then he also made a trade for safety Duron Harmon from the Patriots. So, and then last year he brought in Trey Flowers at defensive end, another former Patriot. So a lot of familiarity he's bringing into his scheme. And also signed Desmond Trufant, the cornerback formerly of the Atlanta Falcons. He was a cap casualty in Atlanta coming off a down year, but maybe a change of scenery will revitalize Trufant's career. And in the first round of this year's draft, they drafted Jeff Okudah, a cornerback out of Ohio State who figures to be a starter. So between Okudah and Trufant, they could develop into a pretty good cornerback tandem. It's yet to be seen, but one thing is for certain, Detroit has to be much better on defense. I think they'll improve. There's nowhere to go but up, as I've touched upon their dismal numbers from a season ago. And Matt Patricia will be on the real hot seat here since taking over as Detroit's head coach in 2018. Prior to that, he was a defensive coordinator for many years in New England. In 2 years as head coach in Detroit, 9-22-1, and they gave him the benefit of the doubt last year because of the loss of Stafford. But again, the defensive numbers, which is his calling card on that side of the ball, need to improve. And I think the offense will score enough points as long as Stafford can stay healthy. I like Detroit to go over the regular season win total of 6.5 at moneyline odds of -130. Up next will be the Chicago Bears. Until the next time, I'm Ross Benjamin. God bless and take care, folks.